In this video, we'll be showing you how to send an email for data quality issues inside of Microsoft SQL Server. Let's dive in. We're going to jump right into Shipyard and we want to search for our Microsoft SQL Server blueprints. And we want to work with our execute query blueprint. This is the blueprint that I'm going to use to look at data quality issues. There's also other ones and other ideas you could use to search for data quality issues depending on what quality you're looking for. So for this one, we're going to say check data quality for our vessel name here. And then our inputs here. So it's just our inputs for our SQL Server instance. So our host, the username, I'm going to grab my password, database, in the query. So I'm just going to do a select star from a test table. So this test table doesn't exist, so it's going to throw an error for us just because we don't have a lot of data in our SQL Server instance to check some quality issues here. With a larger database, you can specify this query to kind of look and see what that error is you're looking for. With that in mind, so for errors, we also have email notifications. So if this vessel errors like we want it to, it'll send us an email telling us that the error happens, or after completion of a run if you'd like that as well. And then we also have guardrails, so the number of retries. So if you expect it to fail or think it might fail, you can make it retry once, all the way up to 24 times here. I'm going to take it to 0 this time because I'm going to want this one to fail and not retry. There's also time between retries. So say that, you think something might clear up after the first run of maybe 15 minutes or 30 or something like that. You can put a delay on that second retry. So that it'll, there'll be a delay so that that issue might get fixed in the intermediate steps. I'm sorry. And then also runtime cutoff to protect the vessel from running indefinitely. So our SQL Server vessel for checking data quality is good to go. So now let's go back and add our email vessel. So I can send message. So send our email. So with that email, if you hover over this question mark or what popped up whenever I clicked the blueprint, you can see our authorization guide. The example I'm going to have here is going to be in Gmail. We also have information about other email services as well in that authorization guide if you want to check that out. So send email for data quality issues. So TLS is fine. We want the Gmail. We want our port. Username. We'll use my email. My password in there. Sender address. What does it say? Test@shipyard.com. You can put whatever you want in there. Sender name, again, remember, leave that blank for right now. So I'm going to send this email to myself, and you can CC or BCC as well. So I'm going to put SQL Server, data issues, and check out the SQL Server instance for issues. Okay, so that looks good. So what we want to do is we're going to connect these two vessels together, and I want them to be connected based on the error. So reading this fleet, so our first fleet is going to check the data quality with the query in SQL Server. If that fails, it's then going to send this email out with the second vessel here. So we can name our fleet now. So Microsoft SQL Server to email, and then data quality. Okay, so now I can click Save and Finish. So this is going to take us to a page telling us that the fleet has been created successfully, as you see here. And we want to go ahead and click Run Your Fleet on this page. So this is going to tell us that the fleet has been successfully scheduled to run immediately. So in Shipyard, we call this an on-demand run. When looking at a fleet, you can always click this Run Now button on the top right-hand corner of your screen. That will kick off an on-demand run for you whenever you want. So this takes us over to our fleet log page here. Where you can see a live output of what's happening in this Gantt chart and the table down here of what's happening by vessel inside of your fleet. There's also two other ways to kick off fleet runs inside of Shipyard using our triggers tab here. We have a scheduling trigger as well as an API trigger. That way you can start your fleet runs however you would like. I can even click inside of these Gantt chart here. It's going to tell us why this error is happening with this Python output. And so you can see here that we have an invalid object name of test table. Which again makes sense because, like I said, this test table does not even exist, so it shouldn't get data back. So I'm going to go back to our fleet log. You can see that the email has been sent. So open up my email, and I'm going to open up that email and drag it over here. There we go. Open it up, pull it over. So you can see there's that check out the SQL Server instance for issues with the SQL Server data issues as the subject line. So again, in this video, we talked about how you can send an email alert if there's a data quality issue inside of SQL Server. If you have any questions about this solution or any other potential solution, use the link in the description to set up a time to chat with our team of data experts. You can go to shipyardapp.com to start building powerful workflows just like this for free. Want to see us tackle more solutions? Check out these related videos.